Hi, Chikaordery. It's me, Mr. Ben.
Hey everyone, if you're new here, you're probably wondering who the heck Chikaordery is. So let's catch you up. The story goes back almost 4 years ago when I got an email from a stranger in Cameroon who said she needed help paying for reconstructive plastic surgery on her stomach to correct an operation that went bad when she was just a baby. She's been living with pain ever since, and she needed like $40,000 to travel abroad to a developed country because nobody in Cameroon was capable of such a surgery. And at first I thought it might be a scam because this exact letter I had received had been floating around for years and had even shown up on a scam reporting website. But you know what my channel is all about, so I decided to dig into it and see what holes I could poke in the story. And after researching it, I ended up believing that the story might actually be true. But what was I gonna do to help her? I don't have $40,000 laying around. So I put the responsibility back on her and I said, if you want to raise the money, you need to get creative and sell something that people will want to buy. So we started doing something that she liked to do, which was draw. But to mass produce her artwork, we needed to digitize it. So we bought an iPad and an Apple Pencil and began to work. Increase the thickness on that. And after several months, we had a book about her life story that we could take to market, and every penny that we raised would go towards her surgery. And within weeks, and thanks to the viewers of this channel, we raised the necessary money that she needed. It was amazing. She was going to get the surgery that she had waited 35 years for. But then a global pandemic surprised us out of nowhere and halted international travel and all elective surgeries for pretty much 2 years.
Today I am officially declaring a national emergency.
This was devastating. At last she had this glimmer of hope, but then instantly had the rug pulled out from underneath her. But Chikaordery hung in there and waited for the pandemic to end. And then she applied for a visa to the United States. But they said nope. And then she appealed, and they said nope again. Then she applied for a visa to France, and they also said no. This was getting incredibly frustrating. She cleared the first hurdle of raising the money, then she cleared the next hurdle of getting through a pandemic, but now she was facing the hurdle of getting a country to approve a medical visa for her. And every time we applied for a visa, it took time and money. So for her next try, she looked at all the possible countries with healthcare facilities and competent professionals, and ultimately chose to apply to Turkey.
Istanbul was Constantinople.
And they said, come on in. I couldn't believe it. After all this time, she finally found a doctor willing to do the surgery in a country that was willing to give her a visa. And she did not waste a second of time. She asked me to book flights to Istanbul for her, her mother, and her brother. And within a week, she was on an airplane leaving Africa for the first time in her life. The future that she had manifested in her book was finally coming to pass. And I tracked her flight as it made its way from Cameroon to Ethiopia and then to Istanbul. And she got to experience all the fun that comes with travel, such as delayed flights and lost bags. And now she is going to have to navigate her way around a city of 15 million people who spoke a language that she didn't know. And that's when I thought, I probably need to be there. So I boarded a plane to Istanbul, Turkey for the first time too. And I brought a couple of friends to help me navigate the city and document the journey. Meet Tyler and Tim. And after landing, we made our way into the city, grabbed a chicken burger, and crashed for the night. And in the morning, we tried to find our way through the city using Google Translate to help us get around.
You get a hot dog egg.
And after nearly 4 years, I would finally meet Chikaordery face to face for the first time. And now, let's go meet Chikaordery.
All right, let's head on inside and meet Chikaordery. Hi, Chikaordery. It's me, Mr. Ben. How are you? And you must be Mrs. Yukabi. How are you doing? I can't believe I'm meeting you for the first time. You made it. How are you?
Thank you very much.
Well,
My son.
She did all the work. She did the drawing. She raised the money.
And meeting Chikaordery's mom was particularly special because she was there when Chikaordery's tragic accident first happened. And this has been as much of a trial for her as it has been for Chikaordery because she's been the one to care for her this whole time. And even though Chikaordery provided all the artwork for her book, and even though it had sold thousands of copies, she had never seen the finished copy until now.
I know that we were able to raise this money for your surgery and make this all happen because of that book that you wrote. But because I wasn't able to ship anything, I kept getting into trouble when I tried to ship items to you, so I could never ship the book to you. So you've never actually seen the book. You haven't seen the book, have you? Also, I've traveled all this way to give you a copy of your book. This is the book that you wrote. That's the first time you've ever seen it.
Yeah.
That's the book that made this all happen. How did you not give up? You didn't quit. You didn't give up. You kept trying. What kept you going?
Faith. Faith. Whenever I sleep in the night, I get up, I pray. I hear the voice of angel. I hear the voice of God. I say that no, He's giving me strength, no matter what. I know that He's always beside me. It's the faith that push me ahead, go ahead in life. Till I'm here now. It's faith. All I can say is faith. I thank God for everything.
And Chikaordery and her family are so nice that they made us lunch. An authentic dish straight from Cameroon.
Is it spicy?
Maybe.
Meeting Chikaordery and her family was something that I waited over 3 years to experience. And I couldn't have been more excited for her to get surgery that week. And so it was time to visit the hospital and make sure everything was in order for it all to finally come to pass. This is the Acıbadem Hospital in Turkey where Chikaordery is going to get her surgery, and it might be the nicest hospital that I've ever been in. For obvious reasons, I couldn't do much filming in here, but as you can see, it's a nice place. It feels more like a 5-star hotel than a hospital. And I was here to pay the bill and make sure everything was squared away for surgery. But that's when I learned it wasn't going to be that easy. Because what Chikaordery had was an estimate, and what she needed first was a consultation and an ultrasound to determine what exactly was going on inside of her and what kind of surgery would actually be needed. And this meant a lot of waiting, and waiting, and waiting. And during this time, I got to see the unfortunate reality of Chikaordery's condition. Sometimes, out of nowhere, the pain in her stomach would come and just literally cripple her. The clock for me was ticking, and now I was questioning if this surgery would happen this week while I was there, or if this surgery would even happen at all.
We were going to come here, and she was going to go into surgery, and then she was going to come out, and everything was going to be happy, and we would make this great video, and everything was going to work out. And now we don't know what the doctor's going to say. What if the ultrasound results come back and he's like, oh, this is much worse than I thought. Like this becomes like $100,000 operation.
If Chikaordery wasn't going to get the surgery soon, her visa would expire, and she'd either need to find more money to stay longer in Turkey or leave. And this whole story might end very differently than we all thought. But a day later, Chikaordery finally gets to meet with her doctor and review the results of the ultrasound. And soon she lets us know that she's done, and we rush over to hear the results. And it's good news. The doctor has explained that they can treat this by removing the scar tissue and inserting tissue expanders which will promote the growth of healthy supplementary skin over time. These expanders are like little balloons that are inserted inside of her, and every week for nearly 6 months, they will gradually enlarge them. And after sufficient tissue has grown back, a second surgery would remove the expanders. So the good news is that the surgery was possible, but the bad news was that it was going to cost a little more, and Chikaordery was going to need to stay in Istanbul for several more months under the doctor's care while she healed. But the good news was worth celebrating, so we took Chikaordery, who had been fasting for her ultrasound, off to find some authentic Turkish food.
Today we're celebrating the good news, and so we wanted to get you a nice Turkish meal. So please eat up and enjoy.
Thank you.
And to help raise some extra money, we thought we'd sell some exclusive autographed copies of her book. So if you want one of these, there's a link in my description where you can go buy one today. And And Chikaordery also wanted to make sure to try some authentic American food as well.
Got your whoppers.
And of course, we spent any extra time we had in Istanbul taking in the culture and the history. We visited the mosques and the markets, and of course, the Turkish ice cream vendors. So much Turkish ice cream.
Come on.
And soon, we got the official word from the hospital that the surgery was scheduled and would be happening in 2 short weeks.
So you're gonna get your surgery in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I realized that despite how long and frustrating these 4 years have been, it's only been a taste of what Chikaordery and her family have had to deal with throughout her life. And I think that sometimes life is like visiting a Turkish ice cream vendor. Sometimes when you think you're close to getting something, you get teased and it's pulled away, and you have to try again and again. But just when you're ready to give up, things work out, and the whole experience was worth it, and even worth remembering. Because hope was finally in sight for Chikaordery, and as she stated in the title of her book, it was soon all going to come to pass.
Hi, Chikaordery. Well, you look like someone who just got out of surgery. I won't ask you how you're feeling because you just got out of surgery, but what is it like knowing that this has finally happened?
Yeah, that finally happened.
You've waited a long time for this.
Yeah, so long. Thanks to my fans and thanks to you, Mr. Ben.
Anything you want me to tell them? They're all wondering and praying for you, and I want to let them know how you're doing. Anything you want to say to them?
Well, I want to thank for everything that they've done to me, to my family. It has come to the end of the road very soon, and I'm so happy.
I don't think that this is the end. I think this is just the beginning for you. I think that you're going to start a whole new life, pain-free.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thanks to them, and thanks to you too.
And so to each of you who have supported this story by donating, purchasing a book, or even sharing the videos, you've helped to change a life. And next time you're going through a hard time, maybe you'll think about the story of Chikaordery and believe that you too can accomplish really difficult things. And that all good things will eventually come to pass.
We can always look around us and see the beautiful things in the world, even in difficult circumstances. My advice to everyone who is struggling is to have faith. Believe that the miracle is on the way for you. Fight your way towards this miracle. Do not lose hope. It shall come to pass.
I've been following your story since it came out. I want to say that I'm so proud of you for how far you've come.
Chikaordery, if you're watching me right now, I want you to believe that everything is going to be okay.
You are one brave, strong person, and I know God is helping you by many ways, and just do whatever you have to do to keep going in life.
Someday you will get your surgery. It shall come to pass.
I can't wait to see that video with that happy ending.